Hey guys, welcome back to How to Repair, guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel, guys. In today's video, guys, we'll be working on a Ford vehicle, guys. So that will, guys, help you on any Ford vehicle today, guys, what we'll be covering. What it means, okay, if the system is too lean on your Ford vehicle. We're going to cover that, guys, what causes it, how to fix it, and the potential problems, guys. Quick introduction, we'll have more than 200 videos on this car and every car we get at the shop, because our mission, guys, is to save you as much money as we can. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let me show you guys. Okay, we have a demonstrational engine here. This is a Ford Focus, but doesn't matter which Ford you have, the procedure is about the same, guys. Pretty much on even any car you can think of. Now, what means system is running too lean? Okay, that, guys, could be due to the fact that the engine is not getting enough fuel, or the engine is getting extra air that it doesn't know of, and this is known as a vacuum leak. Now, how that happens now, guys? Okay, the engine gets air through the air filter box, goes through the mass airflow sensor that detects how much air goes through the engine, goes through the intake boot. Next is the throttle body that opens and closes how much air to go in the engine. This is controlled by your gas throttle pedal. Goes through the intake, goes inside the engine, and later, guys, when the fuel is sprayed inside the combustion chamber, guys, and that air is going to actually burn, guys, and come on the back side of the engine. And let me show you now here, okay, on the back side of the engine. You guys have, this is the exhaust side, okay. Now on some Ford vehicles the exhaust may be on the front side of the engine. It really depends, some engines are reversed, guys. But on the exhaust side of the engine you have two oxygen sensors. One is known as upstream, one is downstream, down there. Upstream, guys, detects how much air and fuel you still have, okay, in your exhaust, guys, and that's the one that tells the computer if the car is running good, if it's too lean or too rich, and it's going to adjust that. Now, the second oxygen sensor, it just detects if the catalytic converter is doing its job. So it's not for that purpose, guys, it's just to detect emissions. First one is super important. Now, let me explain, guys, okay, what can happen there now. So how the engine knows, okay, what to do. So if it has too much air in the exhaust, guys, it detects that the car is running too lean, which means it's not getting enough fuel. And that, guys, could be caused by about 5-6 things, guys. One could be a bad oxygen sensor that doesn't send the correct information to the computer. So there is a video, guys, that we explained how to test them and all that stuff. There is a special socket that you use to remove and replace oxygen sensors. You can find, guys, the link in the description of the video below. It's really not very expensive, okay, but it's very convenient for oxygen sensor replacement. Without that thing, it's almost impossible. Any parts, guys, if you need, we have the links in the description of the video below. So, number one, guys, could be bad oxygen sensor. But the most common thing, guys, is known as a vacuum leak. Vacuum leak, guys, okay, it's something that is completely different animal, guys. That means that the engine is getting some extra air that it doesn't know of. So how much air the engine gets and how it knows about that. As you can see, this is your air filter box. Past the air filter box you have one sensor that is known as mass airflow sensor. That sensor, guys, detects how much air goes through the intake boot in the intake manifold. And if that sensor, guys, okay, says, okay, we're getting about 5 grams per second of air, but the engine actually is getting 6 or 7, it's going to run lean. But where it got that extra air, guys, this is known as vacuum leak. This one will be, guys, anything loose, cracked, or getting some extra air past this sensor, so anything on this side. And that could be due to a bad hose, cracked hose, especially those plastic ones. Sometimes they crack as well. Cracked intake boot, throttle body, guys, okay, check the clamps, check this hose clamp as well. Throttle body has a gasket on the other side. Could be cracked intake manifold. You have a gasket where the intake manifold attaches to the cylinder head. If that gasket goes bad, you can develop a leak there as well. It could be, guys, Pcv valve. This is the positive crankcase ventilation valve, okay, that can cause that as well. We have the symptoms for a bad Pcv valve on the channel, check it out. But what else it could be, guys? It could be a bad mass airflow sensor, okay, and that bad mass airflow sensor, guys, could give the computer the wrong information, or it could be just a dirty sensor. And check out the video how to clean those, guys. Not very complicated procedure at all. I'll definitely recommend to clean it every time you replace your air filter. Okay, that's what we do on ours. That way it runs top notch every time, guys. Now, so far, guys, vacuum leak, oxygen sensor, mass airflow sensor. What else, guys? It could be bad fuel injector. And I'm talking about fuel injector that is still working but not spraying enough fuel. It could be dirty or clogged up fuel injector. This is another engine right here. Okay, let me show you quick. These are, guys, your fuel injectors. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And if they're clogged up, guys, the computer will detect that injector is working, but it will not spray enough fuel, and as a result the car will start running lean again, guys. So that's another reason. After that, it could be a bad air filter or a bad fuel filter. Bad fuel filter will not send enough fuel to the engine, especially when you need power, when you give it more gas, and that can detect, guys, as a running lean, and you can get that code as well. So if you guys, okay, have a code for running lean or system too lean, that summarizes what could happen, guys. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and see you guys next time.